Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to PM Logic episode 4. This is Schmat Feline speaking. I know in these troubling times in the economy, you have many choices for a different podcast, and we are super glad that you chose to fly with us. So, how is everyone doing on this beautiful Sunday evening?
Just wonderful, especially since the audio fucked up on the last time we just tried to do this.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
this is actually take 4 at this point.
Chill.
I
No,
mean,
this is take 2.
Chill.
The plus side, like I said before, this podcast is extremely sexy now, so we should be proud of that fact. In video and audio quality.
It looks
so-
good. It sounds good.
He made
it's
a
like
thing
a girl
and it looks
in
real
a bar.
nice. I got a mic and it sounds okay. I mean,
I
just
it's
dug it
still
up
better.
for my house, but it's
No,
better. Oh
it
yeah,
should
it's better.
be all around
It's better.
like better.
This
in
is
every
for
way,
you.
shape, or
This is
form.
for you guys.
But going back to the airline thing, I feel like we're so cheapo air right now. Like, you ever heard of cheapo air? Like
What's
that.
cheapo air?
No, what?
Like exactly. Like there's this. I think it's a website. It's called like Cheapo Air. Or it might be an airline itself, but that's like it helps you like get discount air tickets or something. And I feel like that's us right now. Like you wouldn't want to fly with them, but they give you cheap ass shit. So
Yeah, like
Yeah.
no one likes us, no one knows us, but I guess we're good for the occasional laugh, and that's what I want to be here for. For the occasional laugh in between whatever person who continuously watches internet stuff is doing when they're not watching Pornhub and, jacking it. That's what we're meant to be.
Or maybe they're just into that kind of thing. And they jack it at us. You don't know their lives.
I mean, hey, if you do, I feel flattered and also somewhat off-put.
Can we talk about how all through middle school and high school, you guys and basically everybody in our friend group dubbed me like the first person that they would go gay for? Why?
That actually did
Why?
happen.
I mean, have you seen yourself?
I don't know. I mean, look at that poof of the hair right there. That little perfectly coiffed, just
The
top end.
quaff. You called it a quaff.
I don't know. That's I guess.
I mean,
'cause,
like, I'm just saying.
I want to feel
because-
safe with somebody, and the fact that you're half my size makes me feel okay, Sean.
Oh my goodness.
Well, because it was always weird though, because I was like, something's
Shot
not
little
okay
spoon,
about
though.
this, but I'm like a little flattered. That's a little bit flattering.
I'll be honest. I've had gay guys actually like come up to me like, "Hey, can I get your number?" And like I have to say, well, I'm not gay, obviously, but like
You've been kissed by a gay man or two, so I mean,
of two actually. So I'm also in kind of some way a gay magnet, and part of me is flattered. The other part of me is like, well, I mean, it's not like it matters. Like, what am I gonna
Yeah.
do with that?
I mean,
I can't walk up to a girl and be
I
like,
mean,
"Hey, a
you
guy
know,
kissed
that's
me,"
the
like
thing,
be
I
though,
jealous.
is, like,
honestly-
you don't do anything with that. You just sit there and be content with that
Yeah,
information.
I think I'd walk away happier about that whole situation because like someone actually thinks I'm attractive, and even though it's not a girl, but I mean at least someone thinks it.
You have
Yeah.
a girlfriend though, like.
Well,
so
yeah.
no. So the thing is, though, I know if I end up, 40 and alone, maybe I could go bad for the other team.
Yeah, but even though I have a girlfriend, it doesn't mean that I don't appreciate compliments from other
Oh
people.
yes.
Exactly.
You're right.
It's like just take it for what it is. It's a compliment.
Yeah,
Actually,
man.
wait, no.
Because
Here's
who
what we
wouldn't
should
find
talk
me
about.
super attractive with this hat on right now?
Honestly,
Right?
with or
Honestly,
without the
though.
hat, anyone would be stupid.
But no one can
Oh.
find you if you have the hat on, Waldo. No one can find you.
Now you see me, now you don't.
Pretty much.
You look mighty
What?
cute either way.
I don't know if we talked about this last week, but I was just saying, like that, it's a compliment. Take it. Did we talk about the whole like Christmas, like Thanksgiving debacle that happened with like holiday greetings?
What do you mean?
Okay, I'll give you an example. This has actually happened to me. I was leaving class. This was before Thanksgiving, actually. I'm not gonna see some. It was a Tuesday Thursday class. It was on Tuesday, so obviously we we're gonna have class on Thursday for Thanksgiving. So I remember walking out of class and some of the kids there. I was like, hey, happy Thanksgiving. See you next time. And this one girl looks at me and she goes, "Please just say happy holidays." And I was like, "Bitch, that's a fucking national holiday. How are you even gonna turn that into something religious? That's just being American. Do you live here? Yeah.
All right.
Happy Thanksgiving."
Spoilers, we're recording this on the day of the first night of Hanukkah, and if someone came up to me right now and said, "Yo, happy Hanukkah, man," I'd be like,
I would say happy
Thank
Hanukkah to you too.
"Bro, thank you for that."
Yeah.
Like,
No, I had that. I mean, it was kind of more of a joke because one of my friends, Steve, he actually is Jewish, and he said to me, "Happy Hanukkah." And I was like, and a happy Hanukkah to you too. Listen, someone's just going out of their way to offer you good wishes and good tidings. Like, why can't you just take it for what it is and wish it back to him? That's just, I'm not that religious.
know,
It
man.
just means enough to me that someone actually wants to wish me well.
It kind of reminds me of the new Starbucks cups and how Christians got super pissed about it.
God
It's like,
damn it.
I need my roller skates on my coffee cup or I'm gonna go ballistic.
And here's the weird thing, though. What the fuck does an ice skate or a Christmas tree actually have to do with Christianity? Like, why would
Exactly.
Why would you care? I just don't get it.
I have no idea.
And
Like
then
the
did you hear?
What is it?
Did you hear that
what's
whole
really
thing
funny-
though when they would like buy the cups and like say their name was like Merry Christmas and they're like, "Oh, we got you," and it's like, no, actually, you just had like hundreds and hundreds of people who had just bought Starbucks when they normally wouldn't. Like,
Yeah, pretty much.
But
I don't know. It's, this whole war on Christmas thing, like everything, it's just like it's such bullshit. Just let it all go. Shut the fuck up.
yeah.
Everyone needs to get the fuck off Facebook and stop acting like your opinion matters on social media. Because I'm sorry, it doesn't.
Not even
No one cares.
Not even Facebook. Everybody needs to get off Tumblr, bro. That
I
website
don't-
is
I don't
just
even-
a shit pile. Like if there is a shit pile on the internet, it would be Tumblr. Like every feminist known to man
So, like-
is
so,
on
like,
that
what-
website.
no, well, don't
What-
say that because it's not. It's just the bad feminists are on there.
Like
not
what
Okay,
South
fair.
Central
actually
LA
doing
is
productive
to like the rest
ones.
of the country is like what Tumblr is to the internet.
Wait, what?
What South Central LA, like Compton, is to
Oh,
America
yeah.
is what Tumblr is to the internet. Just that pile of shit in the middle of it.
I mean, you could have said
It's like-
Camden right over here.
Camden,
I think
yeah.
that's
Also,
I think that's
also
number
Newark.
one worst.
Camden is
city,
the number
I
one
wanna
worst city.
say. It's
Camden is number one, actually.
closely
Surprising.
followed by Newark and Elizabeth, and Trenton, and the
Oh my
rest of
God.
New Jersey.
For the record, Elizabeth is a complete shithole.
Exactly. Well,
Yeah.
I was taking a bus in
Yeah.
Trenton and I was absolutely terrified and scared for my life because every character that walked onto that bus was really sketchy. Like
Yep.
this dude, I swear, this dude walks onto the bus and like there's like a machine to put your coins in to pay for the bus. And this dude, I swear, walked in with like 60 dimes and just starts like feeding them one in at a time. And I'm like, why do you have so many dimes on you? Like that doesn't even make sense.
Dude, that you find when you go into like really mass public places, don't question what's going on, just observe.
Oh yeah, that's what I was doing.
The
Obviously.
funnest thing to do is honestly when you're in, I love it, especially this time of year. Everyone's in the mall buying Christmas gifts and stuff. So when I'm stuck in the mall with my mom or my sister and they're doing their own thing, I'll just sit around and watch people, and I come up with backstories for people. Some little kid, smacks a coffee away from his mom, and it's like he has a behavioral disorder, and the reason why is because this person pushed him down when he was, I don't know, some shit. They start making up backstories. Odds are you're completely wrong, but it's always fun to do.
I mean, yeah, people watching is really fun because I love going to a train station. Like when I'm sitting at the train station or something waiting for a train, like watching people is probably one of the most entertaining things because some people just do the most ridiculous shit.
I want to talk about this little experience real quick because so I sometimes work in Newark and I get called in at real weird ass hours. So I'll be like walking through Newark anywhere between 12 a.m. and 4 a.m. And like for anyone who
That's
doesn't
definitely
know,
the spot you want to be.
if
in
anyone
Newark.
doesn't know, New York is not a happy little city. And
Go Google Newark, New Jersey. See what that comes up with.
And so, I mean, but it's like, whatever. Like, I'm not stupid. I know what to do to, like, try to be okay. And, but I want to say it was, like, only my second or third day in there. And, I'm walking by, and, this homeless dude is, like, coming up to me. And, like, here's my thing on, like, homeless people, right? Like, obviously it sucks. Obviously I feel bad. I would love to help. But I have just learned from my parents and everybody else, like, but you just cannot trust people, and it sucks. So, like, you just got to keep walking. Except if it's
Look
like a
out for
street
yourself.
musician. I will always give money to a street musician. But anyhow, so this guy starts coming up to me, and he's got like one leg. He's in a wheelchair and shit, like a real sketchy kind of guy. And so I'm just walking by, and he's like, "Hey, you got any money?" And I'm like, "Nah." And I keep walking. I'm still walking. He's like following me a little bit. He's like, "Hey, you got any cigarettes then?" I'm like, "Nope." And he's like,
Yeah, it's not that weird. It's
and
pretty common.
he's like, "Wait." Well, no, that's all
Well,
fine. But then he comes up to me and he's like, "Well, you ain't good for shit then. You ain't gonna live long like that, buddy." I'm like, "Whoa, was that a threat, sir? Like, what the fuck are you gonna do?" With
And
your
then if you
wheelchair
hear a
ass? Like,
distinct metal clicking sound behind you, you bob and
oh, that'd be
weave.
ugly.
Bob and weave, Sean.
Yeah, no, but like obviously it wasn't like any real dire situation or anything, but it was just kind of one of those things where it was like, that guy actually just fucking threatened me because I didn't give him a cigarette. Like,
Yeah, what are you good for, buddy?
Yeah,
yo, I
dude,
suck. Am I the
flipping-
worst human being or what?
flipping the switch on this one. There was actually a time I was in New York City around the Christmas time. This was back when I was a kid. It was me, my dad, my sister, my mom, my brother, the whole family. The whole family's in New York City. And it was when I was kind of younger, so like I didn't really have like the balls to speak up or say something. But we're walking along, and some like just homeless guy or some shit goes and kind of like targets my sister and comes up behind her. And he's like, "Hey, you got any money?" And she's like, "No, leave me alone." Just keeps walking. And then he keeps asking her. He's like, "No, come back here. Like I know you got money. Like give me some money and stuff like that." And I could tell my dad. I looked over at my dad. This is the one time I've seen him go 0 to 100 real quick, but this was immediate. Like I see him, I'm just watching him. I'm like, "What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?" With that, I don't know. It turns around. "Hey, buddy, get the fuck away from my daughter before I beat the living shit out of you, splatter your brains on the fucking sidewalk." And I'm like, "Holy shit, Dad! That's how you go to jail, man. That's how you go to jail real quick."
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Papa Phone.
However, on the complete flip side, my brother Joe, he is always mad nice to homeless people whenever he's drunk.
I've
noticed
okay.
Yeah, we went out sometimes though down in Wilmington, North Carolina and stuff. We went out to an Asher Roth concert. That's a story for another time. But yeah, we were like pretty drunk walking around Wilmington at like 2:00 in the morning, and some random guy comes up and like hanging outside a pizzeria. And my brother was like, "That's fine, man. Yeah, go ahead. Here, take some money as long as I see that you buy pizza with it, not drugs." He goes in, buys a pizza, and he walks away. And I was like, "Okay, well, the guy just needed food." But I was like, yeah, my brother, Aaron, and the next morning he woke up and he was like, "Yo, why did I give a homeless guy $5?" I was like, "I don't know." Every
No,
time
that's
he gets
cool though, because like when
No.
you're drunk, you ain't giving a shit about like anything bad that could happen. So then,
But,
if you luck out and they're nice, then you just did a good thing for no consequence. Like,
he's even like, well, first of all, how would you know? You don't even get drunk. But you're pretty much right.
well, what do you mean? It's like that's
No, okay,
that's
no,
just
I know what you're saying.
basic. Like, you aren't gonna give a shit like that. Like,
Yeah. However, actually, this brings up an idea to talk about a very, very interesting thing. Permachillin. Makes no sense, right? The word permachillin.
I don't even know what
Okay.
you're talking about right now.
Yeah, where are you going
Okay.
with this one?
Okay, now get this. So we were talking about, Sean's saying how like, when you're drunk, you just don't give a shit about anything. Now, Brandon, me and you, we can relate a little bit on this one. Sean, I don't know how much. Like, you'll have times where you're out at a party, or not even at a party, you're drinking, and then you start to, get a little tipsy. You get a little overserved. Even when it comes to, pot or anything like that, you go a little bit over the edge. But, like, you're okay. Like, you've had times where you're drunk, but it's like, if cops came right now and said everyone out, like, you'd be able to, like, pull yourself together, sober up, and get out of there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like, you're just chilling. But when you're permanently chilling, permachillin. This is a term coined by Jared, one of our friends. But permachillin. What that is that you are so fucked up, you are so high, you are so drunk, you're just slumped in the chair. That literally, if someone came, if cops showed up and were like, "Hey man, you got to get out of here right now," you'd be like, "Yo, fuck it, I'm good. I don't give a shit." Someone came in and put a gun to your head and was like, "Give me all your money." You'd be like, "Yo, hold up, man. Yo, relax. Real quick. Let's hold up."
Yo,
Flip side of
ISIS walks in like, "Yo, we're gonna kidnap you and take you
He's
back,"
like,
and then it's like,
we're
"Oh, I
gonna
saw you
fucking-
guys on the news actually."
Yes. Yo, we're gonna fucking rape you, and you'd be like, "Yo, dude." Like,
On the
nah,
flip
I'm
side of
not
that
I'm not
coin,
into
we
that,
met a
man.
cop yesterday who the cop was permachillin yesterday.
Wow, okay. How was that legal?
There was like a cast party that was going on last night, but before that, one of our shows was like going up, and like I guess the cop came in like asking us like what doors he could lock and which we needed open, all that kind of shit, right? So we just kind of give him information, and then I forget who. Someone was saying some shit to the cop, but he was chill as hell. So he's coming up. He's like, hey, and we're like, yo, did that cop just like fucking get down with us real quick? Like he was so chill, which is so refreshing because half the cops around here are just like they ticket everybody for jaywalking. It's like, why?
No offense, Sean. At Rowan University, what kind of real crime do you have to deal with?
Yeah.
You got ugly ass frats. What do you mean? What kind of crime?
But that's not like crime. That's just drunk college kids.
No. I'm talking like
docile,
rapey
but
shit
easy.
that happened, and like someone got
campus.
shot. Like I think
That's
last
every
month.
college campus.
Oh, I know.
But you
I'm
just
saying,
you kind of just said like what could possibly be wrong with a college campus.
Exactly. Like there is. I'm not saying that it's anything out of the ordinary. What I'm saying is that is way worse than jaywalking is.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, it's not like someone's getting shot every night. Like the cops probably don't have anything to do on Monday to Friday but ticket jaywalking.
I mean, you're right, but
Best
why
idea
would
they
you
got.
Anyway? Between that and parking, holy shit.
Yeah, dude,
bang.
parking at my school is ridiculous. My friend told me, like, he was walking to his car, and he might have been like a minute, like out of the late to the meter, like when his time like got up, and there was already a cop there giving him a ticket, and I was like, oh my god, that sucks.
Dude, I bet you the meter maids ride around. It's like, oh, it's only 15 minutes in this one. Let me set my phone alarm so I know.
Oh, for sure, that's what they do. Because, like, especially at our school, like, they ticket you out the ass for anything they could possibly come up with.
Yeah, they just need to chill with that. I don't know. I was just talking to a kid today. He's so freaking funny, but he said that he's got like 5 parking tickets just chilling right now that he hasn't paid off, and so he said that he
that's called jail time.
No, it's like real bad. But he was like, I guess he fought whichever one of them like in court once, and he was like, yo, have you ever fought a ticket in court? And I was like, nah.
Yes.
The only one I got was like in New York, so I was just like, fuck it. But like he's like, yo, this judge ruined people's lives. Like he said this guy was just, there was like a line of people, because he said that like I guess they handle it like everybody from the month in just one day, and
yeah, pretty much.
He said that people were like walking up there like you know, for having alcohol in the car, or drunk driving, Tyson driving, like just all that kind of stuff, and like just real quick, like judge would just like ask him some straight shit, get the answers like, all right, 24 hours community service, okay, 2 days in jail for you, okay, like fine for you, like he's like, and he says he's just sitting there like, what the fuck, he just ruined that guy's day right now. Oh, god damn.
Well, 2 days in jail. Technically, he ruined his next 2 days.
You right. Oh, he was also saying that like if anyone was seeing jail time for like some real bad shit, like this judge would apparently go like, yeah, so you're probably gonna get anywhere between 2 and 30 days, and he's like, what? So the kid I was talking to.
What kind of range is that?
Well, that's what he said. He's like, yeah, what the fuck is that? You just said either a weekend or a month. He's like, are we talking a week right now or a whole fucking solstice? I don't know.
Like a weekend, you can get raped once, but like
you could be serving from 1 to 20 years. It's like, what?
That's like, you know, it's
that's actually, now that I think about it, that's a thing though for like serious crimes.
It is though. That's the sad part. Although this doesn't compare in the slightest bit, I just want to, you know, always bringing up shitty time. You ever have like, you know, oh, I gotta call a cable guy or like an electrician today or something. Like, oh yeah, I'll be at your house somewhere between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. So,
yep.
Now my whole day
what kind of window
ruined.
is that? Like, yeah, my whole day is because you know, the minute you step out your house, you know, to the local market down the corner just to buy a fucking gallon of milk, that's when they're gonna show up. You know it though. You fucking know it.
Yeah, you literally
exactly
have to house
right.
sit for the day, and it's so stupid. All right, so we'll bring up another thing that Matt wanted to talk about is he as you may have noticed, he has introduced himself on this fine evening as the one, the only Schmatfeline. Which this is just a classic story. He hates that nickname.
I used to.
Yeah, it's been growing on you, I think. You've embraced it a little bit,
me.
but we would just relentlessly call him that because it's so freaking funny to us. But you should go and tell the origin stories of the real Schmatfeline.
See, the thing is, I don't actually know really where it came from at all. All I know is that Steve just started calling me Schmatfeline.
Yeah,
No, I remember. I know exactly what happened. I thought
Then
you
go
did
ahead and
too.
tell it. I actually don't know why that's my name.
It was, I'm not gonna like throw out any names or anything, but like, basically you were messing around with one of the girls in our friend group back in the day, and so I think, so I guess maybe Steve started. I have no idea, but basically we would all be trying to talk about it with you and shit, and like. And since it was like so weird and like inbred, like we didn't want to like use your name, but at the same time didn't give enough of a shit to actually keep it on the DL, so you just became Schmatfeline.
Oh my god.
That's how I remember it. But
I don't remember that at all.
what do you mean?
It sounds
it was
real
the
middle
whole,
school.
It was like the whole flying thing. You remember?
The
Oh.
flying
It was
thing.
with that. It was with that.
Okay,
The
hold up.
flying-
This is a story we need to tell right now.
That's
Oh
what I
my-
mean. Like that's what I thought you were gonna say, and you were gonna go off with that. No, it was right after
Yeah,
that.
we
We'd be
need
talking
to-
about
we
shit.
need
We're like,
to
yo,
tell us.
Schmatfeline over there.
Schmatfeline was flying.
Schmatfeline.
Okay, alright, ladies and gentlemen. So, that was like
It's a long time
fucking
ago.
6th grade.
Later than that.
Somewhere
Later
between
than
6th and
that.
7th.
We
Somewhere
kids.
between 6th and 7th.
No, was it?
Yeah.
Wow, we were babies.
Yeah, alright, so somewhere between 6th and 7th, there's this one girl I was always pretty good friends with. Her name was Lexi. And we've been friends for forever. Always kind of had a weird little off and on thing. Never really thought much of it. But basically, we finally like, we were like texting. And it was like the middle school shit. Like, oh, I think you're cute. Like, oh, you're cute too. Oh my god. And just, fuck it. Either way. So we finally end up like actually making out once. And I thought it was cool. We hooked up. Cool. All said and done. And apparently there was this thing. What was that even called? Like those my like witty profiles. That's what it was. My witty profiles. I don't know.
Is that
Quitty
like
or-
pre-Facebook bullshit? Where,
Yeah, it's like
yeah.
this is well, no, this isn't pre-Facebook. It was just like one of those weird. Either way, it existed like you can like follow these people, but like, it was all like imagine like if Twitter was really anonymous. But this bitch decided to write like a whole like 6 paragraphs on like why, like it was like, oh, he held me just right. I felt like I was flying, and I was like, I didn't know that these existed until all my friends basically like they all knew what her profile was. All my friends brought it to me, all the girls that I'm friends with, because no guy had this, and we're just like, oh my god, look at what Lexi said about you, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, what is this horse shit? You're about to tell me you felt like I felt like I was flying. I felt like I had a tongue in my mouth. That's all I wanted. I'm fine. Let's move on. Even back in 7th grade, I was still a sap, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I don't know if this really reminds me, but I don't know if you guys remember. You definitely do, but Ned's Declassified, that TV show.
What a great show.
But
what an
no, there's
absolutely
this
fantastic show.
one point like when Ned was like trying to figure out if he should like date what Mose, was that her name?
Yep.
Or like Susie. And apparently, like, whenever she kissed Mose, like, she would get, like, he'd get, like, fireworks or something.
Yeah.
And, like, Susie would not.
Yeah.
And that,
yeah.
it's like, oh, fireworks. But
Susie
same kind of thing.
Crabgrass.
But no, that was
Susie Crabgrass.
She's
that was
hot.
the.
She is hot.
Yo, yeah, have you seen her now?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's gonna get a Google later, but
That better get from everyone. Just go Google Susie Crabgrass now.
But yeah, so that flying story, that was when Schmatfeline originated too, because we would all want to give you shit about it because it was the funniest thing ever. But
The way I
But-
see it, I
but
made
like
out
I
with a pretty good-looking girl, and you guys didn't, so suck a dick.
well, right, but like I said, it was just like, so we wanted to talk about it and like not be real obvious about it. I mean, it still was because like we didn't care, but Yeah, that's
fucking
how
rhymes with my
Schmat-Feeling was
name.
born. Yeah, well, that was the idea, buddy.
All right, either way. So
It's
now
like when
what Schmat-Feeling has turned into, I have two modes. I have the mode most people normally see me as just, Matty G. And I have Schmat-Feeling, which is basically, Sean wants to get this going, that whenever I am just baked out of my mind, totally soaring high in the clouds, then I am Schmat-Feeling.
I will also extend it to if you ever go on like a real bad PM Logic spree, then you're Schmat-Feeling right there.
I'm on that Schmat-Feeling life.
Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I know that wasn't
force
the
those
origin,
kind of like
but...
PM Logic sprees. One of those PM Logic rants. You can't just force those. It kind of just to happen.
Well,
randomly.
right, you got to channel your Schmat-Feeling. That's just how it is.
You're right, though. Actually, story from Schmat-Feeling the other night. Basically, I recently decided that some of the things that you say or you come up with when you are that baked are not. I'm not going to be like, these are profound ideas that we need to, save and cherish. I'm just saying these are really stupid ideas that we can definitely use in the future. So what I've been doing lately is whenever me and my friends decided to do said activities, I'll just put a little voice recording on my phone and just sit it down in the middle of the table and just leave it there for the hour. And then, the next day I'll happen to listen to that and we can see what we can come up with. And some of the things have been phenomenal. It's ranged from the greatest food recipes I've ever heard in my life. Like you make a baked mac and cheese, but you do it with like a gavadelli. Mwah, beautiful. I've heard of we can actually try to bring back the dinosaurs so we can ride them and have them as pets. I've even had stuff like hovercraft would totally be possible with like magnets and like.
Well, that's just a fact.
Well, no, I'm talking about like we should do like LIM launches on everything now too, like what they have on roller coasters. Like it should be everything.
Sure.
I even tried to say that like I've had some pretty crazy and wild engineering ideas whenever I'm baked out of my mind.
Speaking of just doing those recordings and shit, I just want to confirm that you do not have this, because otherwise it needs to be added to this podcast. That recording of Joe's Spickle rap.
Oh my goodness!
Ooh,
because you keep like flip flopping on me. I'm like, you got it? You're like, nah. Then you're like, oh shit, here it is. But then you'll just play it real quick.
I don't know if I do. If I do, it will be recorded. But either way, I will tell the story. My brother one time. This is actually. Wow, literally last year. No, this is last year because it was on Christmas Eve. This was last year, Christmas Eve, and so almost a full year anniversary. My brother decided when we're hanging out in my dad's apartment, on Christmas Eve, doing that with my father. He decides to kill like a bottle and a half of wine himself, like in a very short amount of time. So by the time dinner even comes, he's already asleep on the couch. And basically, we get this kid to sober up enough, so we drive home. I drive home. He does not. And he's in the passenger seat of my car, and we're just playing some instrumentals through the car stereo. And he's just going in, rapping, and just getting it. And typically, he's pretty good. And he actually was very good at rhyming in this case. Just some of the words that he decided to come up with, said word being spickle. I don't know what the fuck a spickle is. I even asked him in the video,
I'll tell you what a
spickle
is.
Yeah, he goes, yo, I'm going to tell you what a spickle is. You want to know about that spickle to my nickel and bitch. And all of a sudden, he never told me what a spickle is. He never told me what a spickle is. And I'm just, kind of left hanging in the dust for that
Did you ever go up to him after the fact and be like, yo, what's a spickle?
I have. And every time he says, you better delete that video, otherwise I am
ripping
your memory card out and shoving it through your ass.
It's so good. Why would you want that to be lost?
You should have posted it on YouTube. It would have been viral.
Blown up.
Yeah, man.
That may be worthy of a Tosh Web redemption there.
Oh my god.
That may honestly be worthy of a Tosh Web redemption.
I never really got into that show, to be honest.
I still very much enjoy Tosh.
I like his stand-up. He did a special on Netflix, I think.
He is. Oh, really? Isn't it? Okay.
Yeah, he does.
He has a couple of specials that are nice.
I don't know. Like, he's like a funny guy, but I just never really got into him.
Yeah, I can't say I did either. But
Well,
He's
I mean, I
type.
guess to each
I
his
feel like
own.
he's the type of like that weird out there guy, kind of like Bo Burnham in a way.
yeah, but I don't know if it's that like kind of weird. It's just as out there, but it's not as weird.
yeah,
Although Bo Burnham is talented.
he's
That motherfucker
very
is
funny
seriously
too, though.
talented.
Yeah, I guess it's like one of those things where I could. They're both extremely funny, but I don't know if I could handle all that much of them in a sitting. Like,
Oh, all right.
it's a lot. It's a lot to
Your
take in.
your favorite stand-up comedian? Who would it be? Sean.
So
It has to be
tough.
Louis C.K. I think,
Really?
or or Chris D'Elia, I think is how you pronounce it.
Okay. All right.
He's pretty funny too, but yeah, no, probably Louis C.K.
What about you, B-Rad?
That's so tough, man. I don't know. Like I like a lot. It really depends on my mood. Like Bill Burr's funny sometimes to me, and
Dude,
then
Bill
I don't
Burr is
like him.
always my man.
No,
No,
I
Bill
like
Burr is
Bill Burr.
always my man. He's
Uh,
had some that's just hit home.
You know who I
perfectly.
really don't like? Aziz Ansari. I don't think he's funny. I really don't.
No, he's pretty good. He's pretty good, man.
I
I
mean-
mean, like, is he one of the greats? No, but is he good? I think
He
so.
is like
You know,
real popular. Though. I don't get it.
I really respect Donald Glover, even though his comedy's not like that great.
no, I'm sorry.
like he's
no,
funny,
his
but
his stand-up special, I saw it on Netflix. Dude, I was pissing myself on that one.
no, yeah,
That's
he's
fantastic.
definitely funny, but he's not like top, like at the top though. But I
Actually, no,
respect, you could like, appreciate how talented the guy is though, because he
Shout
can
out
act.
to Donald Glover though, because in The Martian, did you see the movie The Martian?
No, I heard he was great though.
He's the one that came through with the algorithm to make all that shit possible. So shout out to Donald Glover on that one. You're the man.
He's a crazy talented guy. He can act. He could do stand up. He makes music. Like what can he do?
Yeah.
Mm.
That's like also who I have ridiculously mad respect for is Justin Timberlake. The
Really?
dude can dance, he can sing, he can act, and like he can get any girl in the world. Like I have mad respect for that man.
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, I also feel like he hasn't gone off on that like douchey train. That
Yeah,
Douchey
he hasn't
shit.
quite become an ass about it yet. So that's one thing there. Actually, wait, now that we're talking about celebrities, we're bringing it into this anyway, which is good. But Adele, about that shit going on. Adele,
Oh,
number one in like the fucking world or some shit like that. I don't even know what she is, but either way, it's getting mad popular.
why? I don't get it. I don't get the Adele.
My
fad.
personal thoughts, no, yeah, like we were saying before this, all like she is unbelievably talented. She's a gifted singer. She knows what she's doing. Honestly, she deserves a lot of the credit that she's getting. But that's the song right there. That "Hello, it's me." I was like, okay.
Totally ripped off.
I don't
Lionel
give a
Richie.
shit. Yeah,
My
yeah.
man
First
Lionel
of all, yeah.
Richie. And
Totally
like
ripped
I
them
said
off.
that to someone and they're like, how would she rip it off? I'm like, it starts off the exact same way. How do you not
Yeah.
see the connection?
it's like one of those
Yeah.
like Ice Ice Baby.
Oh,
Yeah,
Under
exactly.
Pressure by
Under
Queen.
pressure.
Maybe not that bad.
Well, no, but
Not that bad.
No, but
no,
what I sorry, you go ahead.
I just don't like that song. I really don't, and I'm
Yeah,
not
me
saying
neither.
anything personally against her because she deserves everything she's getting. She's gifted.
No.
But like, I just don't think it's that good.
No, but what I don't
Then again, I'm
understand-
into punk rock.
What
so.
I don't understand about Adele is I don't know what 4 years ago, maybe not that long ago, she was like on fire, like she was one of the most popular singers, and then she was just dead for the past like 2 years. Comes out with this album, and now she's like the biggest thing again. No pun intended. But like I just don't get it.
Was that a
Here's
fat
my-
joke against her?
here's my 2 cents.
Yes.
Well,
Hey,
hold
that
on,
is
B-Man
awful.
just made a fat joke against Adele. Get ready for internet haters to rip you apart on that one.
Here's my 2 cents on the whole matter. I ain't even mad that she's number one because half the people that are up there are stupid, untalented, they're awful all around, and I cannot believe that they are topping the charts. It doesn't make sense to me. So yeah, she is actually super talented. She's a really good singer, halfway decent songwriter too. So like, I'm fine with her being up there, but yeah, I don't get it either. I'm not into it.
Super
But like, I'm cool
polar,
with that.
though.
It's like whatever. I don't know. It's
I
better
had-
than
Brandon made a fat
Miley. Fucking Miley. I hate her.
Oh,
She's so
can-
untalented.
I'll be honest. Ever since she like cut her hair and went all like crazy, I'm just not about it. Like back when she did what was it, that Nicholas Sparks movie, the last song, like still would bang definitely, and now like I actually cringe. Like I think my dick just like shrivels inside of me. It just goes, no, I don't want it. Plus also like there's this thing I have, like I enjoy not having herpes, so like that's that's one thing.
Yeah, that is always a good
You know?
thing. Yeah,
She's-
like she's one. I don't know who else. I mean, Drake's all over the place, which I don't get that either, because I don't think he's that great of a vocalist, and he doesn't even write his own stuff. So like,
No.
you can't even count that element. of
Drake
it.
will be, we eventually, in the end of it all, be remembered for one thing and one thing only, and that
Being
is
Drake.
his role as wheelchair Jimmy in Degrassi.
You're right.
Oh my god.
You're right though.
He
No
was
way, though.
wheelchair Jimmy.
What do you mean? Like people love that
No,
shit.
no, that's not at all what he'll be remembered
People
for. but-
love that shit though.
Oh yeah, because Degrassi is the best TV show.
I've
there
never,
is,
I've never
actually.
even watched one. When I was
Dude,
a
the
kid,
funny thing
but-
is, like, it's still running that show.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Ew.
I've seen commercials for it lately, and everything's like, oh, now this person's pregnant, and this person does drugs, and I'm like, what the fuck did we watch as kids, man?
I didn't watch that ever. I'm just putting that out there.
I just want to like loop back real quick. I think you got to have a level of respect for Miley Cyrus though, because she wasn't like that, and she's doing it all for the publicity, and she is owning it so well. Like the way she handles all her shit, like that's probably not what she would actually do, but she knows if she does crazy
Well,
shit, she'll get
I bet-
publicity.
A
And-
lot of the people don't do it because that's the way they really are. They're doing it because they're gonna get screen time for
Well,
it. That's
sure.
a
Well,
persona.
Well, I think
it's a
her
persona
deal,
you
though,
adopt.
I think her deal is like, I think she actually is like that, but then she just amplifies it when the camera's on her.
Yeah. I still, did you ever see that video? It's fantastic of the, oh fuck, what is it? It says like, how can I describe this? There's an interview with her, and one woman is like, oh, what about drugs and alcohol and things like that? She was like, oh no, I never do that because that's for people who are dumb, and I just don't do that. And this is back when she was like Miley, and then now she's the crazy,
Oh yeah.
insane, and it was immediately just like, showed a picture of her like hitting a dab or something like that.
Yep.
And then everyone's just like, so what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
All right.
I
hate
just
it.
gotta feel bad for Billy Ray. Like,
Me too, yo. I always thought about that too. I was like, and I feel like he's still
he's
like
got-
that proud daddy, but I'm like, inside he is cringing.
he's got an achy, breaky heart, man.
He has got it
Yo, like he had one good, not even good. He had one song. Like you don't even deserve to be anywhere near the spotlight at all anymore.
Well, he's not.
Yeah, he's definitely.
I mean,
not.
no, I mean,
I
but
mean-
for someone because of his daughter, he is a little bit. But
Well, I think just for what we're saying, like, how did this happen? Like, he just seems like that, like, pretty chill country dad kind of thing, and then,
like I wonder if he stays awake at night, being like, hey, like maybe I should have had that abortion.
I've ever thought about
Oh
this,
my
like,
God.
if
That's
he
terrible.
peruses the internet, it is so easy to see real scandalous pictures of Miley Cyrus. Like,
I
what
remember
happens
when
if
those
he
news first came out, I
accidentally
saw.
gets there sometime? Like,
He's definitely seen it. There's
that's
no
what
way.
I mean. That's what I mean. And I'm
Yeah.
like, and that would scar me as a parent. I'd be like, nope, I failed. That's it.
It's tough. She's one of those people that's always like, oh well, you could see man chest, so why can't you see women chest kind of thing. Like she's on that tangent all the time.
That whole like free the nipples type
Yeah.
of thing. Which don't get me wrong, I am okay with that.
Yeah,
But,
I'm not super mad at it. Like, if that's your stance, that's fine. I don't know.
It makes sense because they do it in a lot of other places.
Europe.
Yeah,
In
that's
Europe, it
that's
doesn't
what I
matter at
mean.
all.
Like, I really, and that's
And
what I
it's
mean. Like,
like-
I'm sure she actually believes shit like that, but like the way that she like just over sexualizes it and stuff.
the way you
is
go
not-
about
And it's-
doing
it's
it,
not the way
it's,
to do
it's
it.
not helping the cause.
It's not the way
yeah.
to do it.
And there's also that argument. It's like, hey, why are we allowed to see people being brutally murdered, but not allowed to see like titties? It's like,
You're right.
why? It doesn't make sense. That's part of the human body. But we could see someone getting brutally murdered and tortured or something, and that's fine. That's a-okay by movie and TV show
Hey,
makers.
hey, torture's fun.
Oh, I'm sure. Are you
And boobs
experienced?
aren't?
Oh,
Oh no, don't get me wrong. That's just a whole different kind of level of fun. Torture just appeals to
but
the
I want
sick
to.
13-year-old boy in you, and boobs appeal to the wannabe awesome 15-year-old boy in you.
I want to. I'm trying to think if boobs were to be like more openly accepted and like we could show them now. Do you think it would be as exciting to see girls' boobs anymore?
No,
Nope.
no, not at all.
Uh,
And I can prove
no.
it to you right now. I can prove it to you right now. Okay, you see your girl in a bra and panties.
Mm-hmm.
You get a little excited about that, right?
Yeah.
To be honest. Now, all right, I work as a beach lifeguard. Beginning of the season, shit ton of girls in bikinis. Beginning of the season, you're like, oh damn, like hey, a chick's in a bikini, like sick. By the end of the season, I'm like whatever, and I noticed that and I didn't think that'd be an issue because it's like, oh, when you get into the bedroom, well, you know what you're doing, like it's a different kind of story. But I've been like hanging out with girls, then like even in the bedroom, and take the shirt off, take the pants off. You know, you got bra and panties on, and I've looked at them and it literally does nothing for me. So I think that the more you're exposed to it, the more you're used to it, the less it'll actually do for you in that category.
I'm half thinking
So,
like that, and I'm half thinking like it's also kind of about context.
and no, I mean, don't. I think
Yeah.
context does still play a role in it, but I just don't think it's that. I think the more you're exposed to it, the less you'll really be affected by it.
It makes sense though, because going back to the killing thing, it's like, oh, you watch these people get murdered, but it doesn't really affect me as much as I feel like it would have otherwise. But yeah, when I see boobs, I'm like, whoa, there's boobies.
Yeah.
Is that what you're like every time?
Yeah, every single time.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I wish I was.
Can I call up Michelle and be like, hey, every single time is he literally like, hey, booby?
Pretty
She'd
much.
probably say yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, she
She'll-
probably would.
She'll fucking buy into any of that shit. If we're picking on Brandon, she will buy into it, and it's awesome.
I'll tell you what, I'll text her now and find out.
Is
How's
that
that?
really necessary?
I mean, no, it's not at all. So, yeah, let's know.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much. Somebody appreciates me.
Okay, maybe you
gotta,
go to sleep
like-
too. Last thing I want to talk about. We tried to do this in the first take, but fucked up. I wanted to tell the viewers about my current medical situation because it's kind of funny. Yeah. So, me, Sean, Brandon, another one of our dickhead friends, Steve, were playing soccer over Thanksgiving break, and I guess something I was doing when I played soccer, it was definitely soccer and nothing else. Sean, you can say that in a second, but I did something to hurt my leg. I woke up the next day, felt like it was pulled. Instead, I got harder and harder to walk and had to go to the doctor. Had some MRIs, found out I tore my meniscus. That's a lot of fun.
So yeah, so I said in take one though, I'm a tad skeptical of the time period here because right after we were done playing for the most part, he comes up to me. He's like, "Yo, Sean, fight me real quick," and I was like, "Sure." And I feel like if you tore your meniscus, I don't know if you're down to clown with that, but
I'm saying I didn't feel it at all beforehand, and also I want to feel like, cause dude, I fight every week. Like rolling, jiu-jitsu, it's not a big deal. Like I do it all the time. What I don't do, and actually what I think it is, when I move my leg a certain way, it like gets shooting pains up my freaking leg. And the way that is if I were to kick a ball with my left leg, like open up my foot and kind of move my leg forward, I get shooting pains in there. So I want to say it was the soccer motion, nothing else that did it to me. But the bright side of it is that just to kind of numb it out, it's just been a lot of hardcore drugs and just shit tons of weed.
So when are you going in for surgery on that thing?
I don't know. I gotta set it up. I have the result of another test. I should have gotten today, but I should hopefully be getting tomorrow. And then I'll find out where I go from there. I don't know if it's like how extensive of surgery I'm gonna need, or if maybe it can heal on its own. I mean, honestly, meniscus surgery is the number one most useless surgery that happens in America. It's like there's a lot of times it'll heal on its own. So I don't know. I have to figure out how far along and how bad it really is.
well, I mean, either way, obviously we hope you get better, buddy. But we are out of time, so I just want to give a couple of quick little channel announcements, I guess. So we decided that we're probably gonna start trying to cut these closer to the 45-minute mark because we've got a lot of suggestions to do that. So that's basically our benchmark now. I've been thinking about wanting to put some kind of shorter video another time in the week also. So I guess if anyone cares and has made it this far, then if you like leave a comment on what you think and what you'd like to see, that'd be pretty sweet. So
Also, please give us suggestions. Anything stupid you'd like us to talk about, or tell us a story that you would like us to share. Please let us know.
and like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.
If you even made it this far. For those of you who made it this far, I intensely love you.
Me too. You're the best.
You know what? I'll third that. We love you.
Like,
So that
comment,
is it for us
subscribe.
tonight, ladies
Shut
and
the
gentlemen.
fuck up, Sean.
Sean, just stop. So that is it for us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We love you. Live long and prosper. May the force be with you.
Drive safe.
And remember, no fat chicks.
Yep.
Good night, everybody.
It was PM Logic episode 4.